Right, so I'm going to assume I'm live now. Hi, and welcome to your it's 2:50 a.m. for me, but your late night Yakuza speedrun. So let me just get to the point where we start the run, and then we can proceed with some yakking. Right, so the timer starts when I click start here, so we will go in 3, 2, 1, go. Hopefully everything started fine there. Right, so welcome to Yakuza 6. So the first thing we're going to do is get thrown into a tutorial. There's a bunch of story stuff here that happens a bit later on in the plot, but yeah. So this is the Hiroshima Thug. This is our man who gives us the tutorial on how to punch things. So I just need to go through all the prompts that the game tells me, so I'm just going to guard this. And then I have to wait for him to attack me again. I jab him there for no reason, but whatever. Then he's going to do that. Now I need to lock onto him for a certain amount of time. Now punch him. Oh god, thank you for that. Then now I need to get a second finisher off on him, which can be hard because he likes to aggro like that. And now, oh, I got the wrong type of finisher, but whatever. Okay, thank you for doing that to me. Okay, cool. Now I can go over here. Grab me a wonderful bike. Swing it. Swing it. Now I can use this. And now it's going to tell me to use extreme heat, and I can just punch him a couple times to end the fight. Cool. Now I can just use extreme heat. 1, 2, 3, there. And that's the tutorial, how to punch things in Yakuza. Right. So now we skip back in time a bit, because this is kind of the prequel, the prologue, that's the right word, not the prequel. It's the prologue. Right. So after a few cutscenes here where it's showing, I don't remember what's in the cutscenes actually. Sounds really bad. But yeah, so basically, Kiryu, our boy Kiryu does what he normally does and has to go back to prison for a while. Because, of some stuff that happened in Yakuza 5. This is what I call Purgatory World. Basically, say hi to all the characters that aren't going to really be in this game at all, but RGG Studios really wanted everyone to remember that these characters existed. So I just walk into the light. And then the game kind of picks up. I think he's in prison for like 2 years or something this time. Okay, can I actually skip cutscenes, please? Yeah, 6 months later, Haruka's there. Alright. So, due to some events in Yakuza 5, Haruka decides that she needs to leave the orphanage for the best safety of the kids that are at the orphanage. And that's where Chapter 1 begins. With Kiryu coming back to the orphanage after being in prison for a while. So I got to go say hi to all the I got to go talk to all the kids, but I can just skip all the cutscenes because in the Dragon engine, which is the engine that this game functions on, you can basically skip every kind of dialogue for the most part when it comes to main story stuff. When you play some of the side stories, you can't skip every piece of dialogue like this. So, oh. Nice camera. So I need to talk to her, then I need to talk to the phone. Kiryu, please talk to the phone, thank you. Skip that. Walk into the wall. Talk to Riona. Alright, cool, so I've talked to all the kids. Hell yeah. So, this game is pretty nice, because you play for 3 minutes, and then it's like, oh, by the way, you're in Kamurocho now. In some of the later Yakuza games, you're not in Kamurocho for, like, ages, but in this game it's like 3 minutes. You're in Kamurocho now, guys. Don't worry about it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the vending machine. You'll see a lot of vending machines during this run because the drinks in this game are actually busted. So the one I just grabbed is a Poseidon Power. It gives me more sprint. Basically gives me unlimited sprint while the bar in the top left hand corner under my health is active. So I can just basically... Oh my god. Yeah, please get around the bar. So I can basically just run everywhere. So what I'm doing in this bit is I'm looking for information on Haruka. On where she's gone. Oh, lovely, thank you. That sometimes happens where Kiryu will miss a step. So I need to go and find out some information about where she's gone and what's happened. So first place I'm going to go is, in every classic Yakuza game, you have to go to Serena. Where else would you go? You go to Serena and you say hi to Mama, or whoever's the woman running it at that time. So we ask about Akiyama, because also we're looking for Akiyama as well, because Akiyama would have been more than likely in contact with Haruka at some point. Alright, cool. So now we're actually going to do a bit of speed strats, where basically we need a bento box from this convenience store, like a bit later on in this chapter. So we just buy it now, but also I buy 9 more, so I have some healing items. Like, I may as well buy it there. And then I grab the Nectar of Life of this run, which is the CC Lemon, which gives you an attack buff while the bar is active. So with the attack buff active, it means we can basically turn enemies from 3 and 2 shots into 1 shots with specific moves. So if I grab this, swing that, yeah, they will just get obliterated. So now I'm going to grab a free attack. Now I need to run over here. Right. So running around in Kamurocho. So one thing which I'm looking out for in Kamurocho is I'm basically going to try and not run out of stamina, but also I'm going to try and avoid fight spawns. And there are multiple ways you can avoid fight spawns in the Dragon Engine. One of the most common ways of avoiding them is when you have fight aggro on you or any enemies near you. You can talk to a vending machine, and the vending machine, like, talking to a vending machine and in general will just despawn enemies in the area. So you can use that to basically get out of fights, like, scot-free if you're not in a fight. As soon as you're in a fight, then you can't do that, but as long as you're only on the aggro part, you're fine. So this bit I'm going to grab Poseidon Power, I'm going to down it. Then I'm going to go over here to this vending machine. Grab a CC Lemon because I need it for the next fight, and then down it most of the way, and then as I turn this corner, down the rest of it. So I not only don't run out of stamina, but I have my attack buff for this next fight here. So basically a lot of routing in this is making sure you go to the correctly coloured vending machines, because only the blue ones will have CC Lemons and only the red ones have Poseidon Powers. The red ones do have an attack buffing item that we do actually use in the run. It's just not as useful as CC Lemon in a lot of situations. And okay, this fight's not going the way I wanted it to, but whatever. Okay, cool. Usually you can finish that in 2 swings, but it didn't go the way I wanted it to. The enemies kind of spread a bit too far. Cool. Right, so now these guys are like, oh, he gets some information, so he just goes back to where Serena is. He's like, I'll just go back to where I started. Gonna grab another one of these. Down it. One of the best parts of this run actually is I'm gonna visit vending machines a lot and take I think at least 20 taxis throughout this run. You never run short on money in this game. In a run. Like, it's like no question that you're fine at all times. I'm gonna grab another CC Lemon. Down it most of the way. There can be a fight spawn around this corner, which is kind of annoying, but it isn't there today. There was one behind me though, but talking to this guy will despawn it. Oh god. That's not one you can skip. Right, so for this fight here, these guys are scary and have a bunch of weapons, so I'm gonna just pick up a bin and swing a bin at them. Why is he all the way over here? What are you doing, dude? Just accept defeat, please. Now I've got to help this poor boy here who's tied up. When his dialogue's ended, you can untie him and skip the cutscene. Now I need to go up to Children's Park. So this is where I needed the bento box. I need to go talk to a homeless man, and the homeless man goes, feed me, and then I'll help you. Basically, what it means is feed me, and I'll move from the thing that you need to go down. Because I need to go into the sewers. So I'm going to taxi to this place here. Making sure I'm holding sprint, because if you press it, you talk to the taxi again. Right. Get around there. Avoid the sub-story, I don't want to mess with that. See, get a bento. I already got one, so I can just do this. And this man goes, oh, I'll help you out. And he just moves his cardboard box. We get a nice butt shot of Kiryu there. And yeah. We're actually coming up on like the first major boss fight. This guy has probably one of the best names in any Yakuza game. Is pretty hilarious. So we meet Akiyama down here. Akiyama's hiding out because the because I believe it's Chinese. Yeah, a Chinese mafia group has come in and basically started throwing. Oh yeah, this is Ed. This is just our boy. He's called Ed. He's bold. We beat him up by picking up a metal plate thing. I need to actually get rid of those two guys. That was kind of bad. So this QTE has to play for the fight to end because he has to enter a second phase. Most boss fights in every Yakuza game have multiple phases, but their phases are split up by QTEs. So you have to go through this long QTE regardless to get this guy to his second phase. He roars up to the sky, he goes into heat mode, and then he charges at you, but he just whiffs, so you can just do this. Backhand him, and then just beat up this guy. And that ends the Ed 1 fight. We fight Ed a number of times. He's a recurring fight. So, look forward to Ed. Ed is always carrying his trusty knife. Right, cool. So, the last thing we have to do in this chapter is we have to go to the hospital, because that's where Kiryu's heard Haruka is. So, we're going to go to the hospital. Which, if you've been paying attention since Yakuza 3, I believe it's I nearly said hotel, the hospital. Or I might have said hotel before and messed up my words, but it's a hospital, obviously. Haruka gets hit by a car in this game, and she has a child. And Kiryu basically takes guardianship of that child to find out who the dad of that child is. So, yep, that's most of the story of this game is Daddy Simulator, where Kiryu tries to find the dad of this child. So this way he asks to be taken to the accident scene, because you know Kiryu's definitely the smartest investigator. I'm going to talk to the red vending machine here, grab my Poseidon power, start chugging it. Skip that cutscene. So I'm actually going to delay drinking this by quite a bit, because I need enough sprint in the segment after this to run to a taxi without running out of stamina. So I'm going to drink it about here, just before I run out of stamina, so I get my infinite stamina as I'm at my literal tiny last bit of stamina. I'm going to follow this guy. Alright, so this is the end of the chase. The only chase segment that you get. And now I'm going to go through my least favourite area in the game for fight spawns. So this area can just have fight spawns walking around quite readily because it's the Scio Triads area. They're going to catch me. Yep, I'm going to have to fight them now. Down here and grab another sign. These guys are going to come at me. Cool. Kind of unfortunate that I got a fight spawn there, but wasn't much I could do about it. So, luckily my stamina will refill now, so I can probably get to the taxi just fine. Yeah, I'm going to run to taxi. Oh, not another fight spawn. Oh. Okay. Oh, that was kind of scary. Because I just need to go to the Tojo Clan headquarters. So, in the next couple of cutscenes that I'm going to skip, you get introduced to a couple of characters. One of them is a recurring character called Samaya. I can't remember the name of the other guy off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've looked through all the names of the characters in This game is quite difficult remembering everybody's names. It throws a lot of names at you. So, I went to meet some guys at the Tojo Clan headquarters to find out what the hell has been going on. And then when I come back, Kiryu's like, oh, I guess I gotta go to Serena again. Now just come around. Excuse me if I need to readjust my seat every now and then. My seat's not the comfiest thing in the world right now. It's been a bit funky. Right, so these thugs just attacked me. I'm gonna pick up my sign and I'm gonna just swing it at them. Alright, cool. So, this part's actually facing forward, and I've run to that taxi and gone, why can't I go to where I need to go? In a number of runs, you need to turn around and come back to the purple dot on the map here. And it tells you about the, that you need to go to, no, sorry, it tells you about the danger missions, or trouble missions, that's what they're called. Basically, like, random missions of people causing trouble appear throughout Kamurocho and in the other city we go to in this game. Basically, they just tell you where to go or what the mission is. So right now, I'm gonna down me a CC lemon. I'm gonna run to my taxi because we got another boss fight that's coming up. So we just met Akiyama in the last chapter. Now we're gonna hit him with a table because, you know, as every good Yakuza game does, we hit our friends with tables. So he's basically trying to stop us from taking the child whose name is Haruto. So we're just going to beat up our friend in the middle of the nursery. The hospital nursery, I should add. So I'm going to just pick up this lovely table here. Swing that. Swing that. Hit him once. And then this QT ends the fight. Alright, cool. So that ends chapter 2. Chapter 2 is quite short. You gonna come up with the same thing? Yeah, so basically at the end of every chapter, the game tries to ask you to save. It auto-saves anyway, but it goes, would you like to save? Do you want to save? And I'm like, no, you auto-save anyway, game. Don't ask me, then save anyway. it like goes, do you want to save? And then you go no, and it like auto saves anyway. Alright, cool. So, I need to go gather info. Basically it means follow the purple dot. Why not do the menu? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, buy that. Buy that. So I just brought some attack ups. I brought a combo speed boost level 1 and a heat action boost. We only need level 1 of combo speed for this run. We need the max on heat actions because we actually do a lot of them in this run. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a boss fight here, isn't there? So yeah. This guy's name is actually Nagumo. We fought him in the tutorial, but this is the first time you actually just punch him, like, in the story, technically. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to grab a bike. He's going to run away from me, because, of course he does. Cool. I'm going to go over here, grab me another bike. Hopefully he follows me. He does follow me. Nice. Please stop blocking. Thank you. Alright, cool. So now he's in second phase. Just hit him a few times with the bike. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to run over to where the motorcycle is. I'm going to run over here. I'm going to go into extreme heat and I'm going to... Oh, it didn't work. You meant to hit him with the bike. Now I'm just got to do this. I tried to hit him with the bike. It did not work. Now I just got to punch him a bit until he decides that he's had enough. Okay, thanks Nagumo for being annoying. Oh, please just... Thank you. Thank you, Nagumo, for wasting all my time, but whatever. You meant to hit him with the motorcycle, and the motorcycle does, like half his health bar, and it has 2 hits on it, so you can, like, completely destroy his health bar with the motorcycle, but it broke on the, freaking lamppost, because this is the Dragon Engine, and the Dragon Engine likes doing stuff like that. So I'm going to grab this safe key, because I need the item that's behind the safe. And go over here. Oh, apparently I have Discord sounds on. Whoops. Sorry about that. Right, so I'm going to go in the safe here. So the item here is, I have to read it, is the Bloody Fundoshi, I believe. Yep, it is. And I need to put it on now. Basically, I'm going to grab a bunch of stuff to, what am I doing? Thank you. I don't know what I was doing there. So, I buy sprint level 3 now. So, yeah, we now no longer need to use Poseidon powers. But there is a drink in the red vending machines that we do actually need. It's this lovely drink here. It's a Shoryu beer. And, basically, it does the same thing as the, CC Lemon, but instead of the thing having a timer, the amount of the attack buff is actually based on how many hits. So I get 24 hits with a boosted attack, and then it goes away. But basically, the perk of it is it doesn't run out. So when people, me especially, when I played this game casually, the only drink items I used were ones like this that gave me the hit-based attack buffs, because I thought the bar-based ones were just absolute garbage. And then I learned that, like, the bar-based ones, the bar continues to go down even in cutscenes. So it's just actual... I don't know why it does that, but yeah, so the fact we skip all the cutscenes in the run makes those drinks, like, busted. Oh, please. I'm trying to push this guy so he goes a little bit faster. But I'm also trying to make sure that I'm not going too far around him. Alright, cool. Right, so the house I need to go to is literally dead ahead. Right. So unfortunately, we used to play a mini game where you would help Haruto stop crying, but thankfully there is a way to skip it. So we need to get some milk because Haruto, our baby, our little baby nephew or whatever he is here, just won't shut up. And Kiryu goes, well, he must be hungry. He definitely needs some milk. And he decides this at like crap o'clock in the evening. So I'm gonna go talk to this guy, and he says go to the pharmacy. So I'm gonna head to the pharmacy and knock on the pharmacy's like metal shutter and go, do you guys have any milk? So the minigame I'm supposed to be playing is like a minigame where Haruto gives us like instructions and we need to follow them. But it's on a 50-second timer, so it happens every 50 seconds. But if you do what I'm doing now, where you quit the game and you reload it after saving, the timer just resets. So before this we only played the game twice. You only used to play the game twice, so we quit out the game twice because it gives us more than enough time to get to where we need to get to. So I don't know which way the camera's going to be facing now. What's the camera going to be facing? That way, cool. Right, so the 50-second timer has now reset. If I had just continued going, it would have popped off literally as I was leaving the pharmacy area, going, trouble mission, calm Haruto down. So by saving, quitting, and reloading, it just resets the timer so we don't have to play the minigame. The reason why we do that is it literally only saves a few seconds to do it over like normal RNG you get on Haruto, because sometimes he's just a bad boy and gives you really bad RNG, or he's not the easiest person to read when it comes to like what he wants during the minigames. And there are some actions that he can do that are just horrible to deal with. So I'm gonna save and quit again. And then we get to go to the barber shop. And then we get our milk from Eno, because he has some milk. Thinking about it, yeah, there was a funny scene that I skipped earlier when Kiryu first has the baby, and he doesn't know what to do with a baby because he's never had a baby, even at this point in the series. So he goes into like the convenience store and he's like, "Will a baby eat a rice ball?" And then the police investigator who's friends with Date is like, "Kiryu, put that thing down, get some milk." Just a nice little detail that I find funny about the start of this game. Where Kiryu says, "I have no idea what I'm doing with this child." Alright, cool. So, and then this drunk Yakuza goes, "I don't like you." So I'm gonna go over here, pick up this white potted plant and just smack him in the face with it. And that shuts him up for a bit, so we get to go home and go to sleep now. Cool, because we've definitely earned some rest. So something that's nice when you're holding Haruto, you might run slower than you do without him, but you can't run out of stamina as far as I know. You might be able to, but it might just take absolutely forever. I've never actually run out of stamina while holding the baby. So I'm just gonna run to the end here. Cool. And he wouldn't stop crying anyway, so Kiyomi, who's the woman that we've been visiting at the bar, comes over to help anyway. Because she's a nice girl. Alright, so it says gather information, it means go back to the bar again. Also, something else that's funny, right? I'm not going to get into a fight with the baby, but if you get into a fight while holding the baby, Kiryu just like gives the baby to someone else at the start of the fight, punches some dudes, then just goes, "Can I have my baby back?" Like, dude, you just punched some guys, probably got blood on your fists, and you're just like, "Give me back the child." Alright, cool. So I'm gonna go to Kiyomi's bar. Then Kiryu's like, "Oh, she's not here right now." And then he's like, "Oh, I guess she's at the roadway station," which happens now. There we go. So now we've got to go to the roadway station. So, as the top right-hand corner says, Kiryu's like, "I guess I'm playing baseball today." Guess I'm playing baseball. Right. So when I run up here, Kiyomi's going to run up behind going, "I'm sorry about this, Kiryu," but we skip the cutscene because speed. Oh my god, go away, please. Right, so skip this cutscene. We get to go to a baseball field, and we're going to punch some guys instead of hit some baseballs, because this is a Yakuza game, of course, and we don't settle things by playing a gentlemanly game of sport. We settle things by kicking and punching people. So you might recognise the guy at the front from earlier. This is him and his buddies. I'm just going to kick them both in the face to basically activate the second phase of this fight, where they go into their heat phases. And then I'm going to run back here, pick up my dude, the bin, and just swing. Oh, okay. I guess I'm not going to do that then. I'm going to run over here, pick up this bin, because he decided to throw a ball at me. Pick up that bin. Come on, Nagumo. Stop being annoying. And that was kind of a slow fight because he hit me out of my bin. I can't believe he did something so rude. Right. So, we actually get kind of a short segment here and then another boss fight. So the next boss fight, luckily, we get to see a different strat because we don't have stuff around us that we need to pick up to throw. So I'm going to go out to the bar. So I need to go out to Kiyomi's bar because she asked us to stop by. And while we're in there, we're going to run into kind of one of the next major characters as part of the run. A guy called Mazuzoe, who is one of the leaders of... No, he might be... I think he's a captain, maybe? Of, like, one of the of one of the Yakuza groups in this area, because it's run by a different set of Yakuza than on mainland Japan, basically. Or what it is in Tokyo. There he is, there's our boy Mazuzoe. So the game actually wants you to talk to all these guys to find out where Nagumo went, or what happened to Nagumo when he got dragged away. But you can just run up here and the game goes, oh, you must have talked to everyone if you got here. Right, so I actually get to pick up my next bit of equipment now, actually. So the next bit of armor that I'm picking up is the only other piece of armor that I need in the run. It's called the Bloody Binding. At this point, I haven't increased my defense at all. And I won't do it until, like, chapter 12 out of 13. But yeah, so... But what this thing does is increases our attack, but at the expense of decreasing our defense by like 50%. It's a lovely trade-off. And if I was really ballsy, I would just I would do the whole run without increasing my defense, but I don't exactly want to risk suicide strats on a marathon, so... Because you can get 3-shot on easy by a lot of stuff in late game if you don't increase your defense. Alright, cool. So next boss fight here. So here's Mazuzoe, it's him with a bunch of dudes. I'm going to run up and kick him, do this, go into extreme heat and just go ham on him. And I'm going to let this QTE play out like that. Kick him away. And these two should all gather, so... Oh, that was a perfect fight. Actually beautiful. Perfect fight. Right, cool. So that's the end of that chapter. Alright, cool. Cool, so at the start of this chapter again, I'm in the Hirose family office, basically. Okay, please. And if we talk about some stuff that's going on, and then some guys have to go back to the bar to help out their friend Yuta, who's there. There seems to be some trouble, so we're going to go and help them out. So I'm going to drink my CC Lemon, but I'm going to save the very end of it until I get around this corner, because I want to have the boost for as long as possible into the next segment after this. Because there's a long walking segment after this where I need the boost for a fight just in the middle of it. So yeah, they're getting kicked up by some of these drunk civilians. So we're going to pick up this bar stool and we're going to hit the drunk civilians for them. And he's just going to completely destroy me. And please just get hit. Thank you. That was an okay fight. It was an okay fight. Alright, cool. So now back to Kiyomi's bar. So that's where I left the child. So I'm going to go back and pick up the child, and then we get to go home and go to bed again. Alright, cool. So, the day after this, we're going to go back to the Hirose family office and... Please, move out of the way. And basically talk more about... And basically ask them if they know who Haruka is and who the dad of this baby is. Because that's the whole reason why Kiryu is in Okinawa. Okinawa, this is Onomichi. Okinawa's from Yakuza 3 and where the orphanage that he owns is. Right, so, sorry, this is Onomichi. I probably forgot to mention that, but this small small town is called Onomichi. So we spend most of the game running around this small little city, actually, and then we go back to Kamurocho a couple of times. Hopefully there might be a taxi driving towards me, because there can be, and there isn't. No god taxi for me. I cry every time. A god taxi here would save a lot of time because of how slow his running animation is. Basically, what I mean by a god taxi is that sometimes taxis can be just driving up and down these roads like normal, and sometimes there's one just driving up to you, and you can just talk to it straight away, just run into it and talk to it. Right. So I'm gonna taxi, literally like a 20-second walk away, and it's still faster to just taxi. Even when you don't have the child, it's faster to just taxi up here. It's like the shortest taxi you take throughout the run, but it's still faster than running up here. Alright, cool. I need to go up here. So in the story, this is when you get introduced to Hirose, Toru Hirose. Or as you might see later, our man Beat Takeshi, if you've ever heard of that guy. Quite a famous name in Japanese TV and a bunch of other stuff. Alright, cool. I need to follow Kiyome. This game tells you to follow Kiyome, but she runs incredibly slowly, and you run faster than she does. But also, you don't actually need to follow her. As long as you take the route that she takes, you're perfectly fine. Everything spawns as normal. All the triggers are all there. So you just run ahead of her and go to basically where the fight is. The fight is just a bunch of dudes. We're going to whack them with a bike. I don't need to explain much with how most of the regular enemy fights are going to go in this run. Two-handed weapons in this game are incredibly broken. So yeah, that's that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run into some lovely men here. I'm gonna run over here, grab me a bike, go yeet, and yeet. Alright, cool. Yeah, and then the game goes follow Kiyomi again, but she runs incredibly slow, like I said before, so you can just run past her and go up to the shrine. So she wants to take you up to the shrine. I can't remember the exact reason in the story. 2 AM brain is not with me today. But yeah, she wanted to visit the shrine with you. So just gonna run up here. And then Kiryu, and then we leave the baby with Kiyomi to look after for the rest of the day while we run around and do our regular Yakuza-ing. We're nearly back to regular Yakuza hours, guys, don't worry. So I need to go back to the bar that I was at before, where I was swinging the red chairs, the red stools at the drunk guys. First things first, I need to pick up a Soryu beer. There's no blue vending machine near here, but we only need to do a specific number of hits on this next fight. So this drink's good enough, we only need a few hits. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Right, so now we get to fight Yuta and Tagashira. And we're in the bar. So you know what that means? Our boy Barstool comes back. So this activates their QTE. We dodge him with the QTE, they go into their heat phase like all bosses do, and then I can finish them off. I need to wait for a second. I was really went for that attack, but whatever, that fight was okay. Right, so now I get flung straight into another fight here. So Masazoe's back again. Right, so this is I've said a couple times that bosses need to be oh please leave me alone. Oh, is this not gonna activate now? Really, game? Oh my god. Usually this. Why did the trigger not spawn? That's not what you can get out of fights. You can activate spawning areas. So what I was saying was oh, why is he picking up the cone? Kiryu, please. That's fine. So this is the only time where you can actually avoid a boss's second phase. Basically, if you kill too many of the guys, too many of the minions, and then you take that guy to low health, he actually gets most of his guys back up. So you can just die, please. He gets most of his guys back up. So to avoid that, you just take him out first, rather than taking out all the guys and then taking them out, because then he goes into second phase, then becomes real annoying to deal with. Alright, cool. So I need to go back to my apartments now. There's a big cutscene trigger there. So what I can do is I can run around here, activate this not activate the taxi, but use a taxi. Go to West Shishido Street. I think it said that. I haven't read it in ages. God damn, my brain right now. And then activates the cutscene. I can move on with the run. So that's the end of that chapter. That's the end of chapter 4. Alright, cool. We do this. I'm thinking about it. Alright, cool. Skip a bunch of cutscenes. Very cool. Right. So now, at the start of this chapter, the first thing we do is we're going to get introduced to this game's main side mode. Because every Yakuza game kind of has its own little side mode or little side modes that you can do. Yakuza 6 only really has this one as its main one. In some of them, you're running a real estate company. You've got a cabaret club in a couple of them. In this one, we're going to play some basically tower defense, but with real people. In Yakuza Kiwami 2, it's actually more of a tower defense. This is more kind of like a... I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what other games like it. You basically just pick the soldiers and just spam them out and they just attack stuff. That's the easiest way.
You mean like in RTS game?
Yeah, RTS. I couldn't think of the words. Alright, cool. And there is a whole story behind this entire thing as well. When I did it casually, I just skipped it all. It's usually, oh, we need to stop evil group, and then they punch them in minigame. I'm just like, I don't care about that. Just let me play video games, please. And I spammed this because this is the best way to get money casually. This minigame is. So you can make tons of money casually using this minigame. But dude, you just sit here and just like spam X. We're gonna do that. I'm gonna actually position him to come up here. Then this dude's gonna come and I'm gonna position him to come up here. Bring this guy up here as well. What I actually need is I need them to kill enough people to then give me some points. Please stop getting beaten up, guys. Good. Now I need that guy to come up here. This guy to come up here, this guy to come up here. I'm gonna spam a few of these guys. Oh, this is going horribly right now. And that guy's gonna do his special move now and hopefully he hits everyone. Okay, good. And that guy's one hit left. That should be the last guy. Cool. That was kind of slow, but I can deal with it. And then we get this lovely scene of them cheering and then clapping, and you can't really do anything about it. I just kind of spam out a few guys there and hopefully they kill things fast. There is like a specific order you do it in, and you always want to use the drop kick on the boss of the area, but it's not very consistent regardless of what you do there. So you just kind of spam out some dudes and pray that they destroy things fast. Alright, cool. Now we get a fight. So we're gonna go over here, grab this, do that. Cool. That's our fight. Right, we actually get into a different kind of stretch of fights in a second, actually. So in the Yakuza series, we refer to what I'm going to do, the string of fights I'm going to do in a minute, as a set piece. Basically, a set piece is a string of fights with either cutscenes or other things in a row, which basically have a bunch of fights in between cutscenes and all this other stuff, usually ending in a boss fight of some kind. And it usually takes place in like an area that has it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else do I need? I need quick recovery. I need collateral damage and charge attack. And I need 2 things. I need 2 of these down here. I need that and that. Please back out. Cool. Right. Alright, cool. Now I have to activate this sub-story because it's just in the way. We're not going to do it, it's just in the way, so we're going to basically go, now we're alright. But we need to run up and down this road a couple of times. Road pavement a couple of times, so we activate the sub-story so it just doesn't get in our way later. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run down here, I'm going to grab me a CC Lemon because I've only got 17 hits left. Grab me my CC Lemon from this lovely blue vending machine that's right here. Start downing it. Oh god. I thought you could skip that for a second though. Always forget you can't. Alright, cool. So now we get a string of cutscenes. Then we get to go into the set piece. There's like 3 or 4 cutscenes here. Basically, you find out that Kiyoma used to be married to Samaya and they got a divorce. Which a lot of people are very surprised about in our little group of people here. Some cultural stuff occurs with that kind of stuff. Alright. Oh, please just skip cutscenes. I'm just not having a good time with it today. Cool. So, basically, our man Hirose there, the older dude, tells us to don some masks and different clothing to go punch some guys. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go rescue Peony because it's believed that she got taken to this hotel against her will. Do that, swing that, then you're gonna come over here, swing that, drop it. Cool. Right. So during this set piece, I need to go into all of the hotel rooms that are assigned to me. So, as a Yakuza, we don't open doors with our hands. We punch them. Because what else would we do to open them? Punch them.
Cool guys don't open doors.
We
normally,
don't open doors.
You know,
Oh my god! Please just thank you. There you go. Yeah, no, we don't open doors. We punch them open. Hopefully Nagumo doesn't troll me here. He kind of did there because I got out of the room really slowly, but whatever. So I need to go into each of these, and I need to go to where the dot is, or it doesn't count as me being in that room. Oh, the double hit. Move out the way, buddy. Alright, cool. We go down here, skip this cutscene. Run all the way up here. So now we get to go to the next floor, and I've got to do the same thing again on the next floor. And then we get to go interrupt some guy's bath time, so... Oh god, I was holding the strafe button, so I need to do that. This room I usually fail to, like, get correctly, because I usually kill those guys too quick, and I'm just like, oh no, please just open the door. Hit both those guys at the table. Hit those guys with the table. Punch open door. Go past these guys, grab table, swing at them. The sofa starts flying behind me, dude. God, some of the stuff you could do this game. This engine is just kind of wacky in a lot of places, but if you kick things at the right angle, you can, like, even when you're not in extreme heat and you kick something with a heavy attack, you can just, like, I've got a clip of me just kicking a bike at someone. And I wasn't even near the bike, I was like ahead of it, but the back of my heel caught it, so it just flew behind me. And I was just like, yep, thanks Dragon Engine, you did your job there, buddy. Oh, I was not paying attention to where the camera was there. Alright, cool. Alright, so something else that I was trying to be wary of is you need to do that first bit kind of optimally, because there's an unskippable cutscene. There's 2 unskippable cutscenes that you have to sit through. There is the one with the guy coming out the door, and there is this one here. This one here is you interrupting some guy's time at the bath in the hotel. It's really kind of disrespectful. So, because you're looking for Samaya, basically. Alright, cool. And of course, because it's a Yakuza game, we're going to punch these guys now because we've annoyed them. So, I don't really like this fight in all honesty. But I need to... Alright, cool. That's okay. Do that. Do that. Get him. Okay, thanks for... Just get him, please. Thank you. Thank you. That was really weird. Right, cool. I can skip that cutscene, though. Can't skip the one before it, but yeah. So, we found Samaya, now we have to go catch him. During the cutscene, he goes, "Is that you, Kiryu?" And he takes off the mask because it's Kiryu and he's an idiot. He goes, "Oh, how did you know it was me?" When he should have just been like, "No. What are you talking about?" Alright, cool. So there's an entire fight here. I don't have an attack buff for this, but luckily all these guys have really, really low like defenses. So I can just grab a 2-handed weapon and just kind of one-shot most of them. Even these big dudes go down in one hit to the big trees. I don't want to grab that or whatever. Please just, you know, don't do this to me. No, thank you. That's fine. That's kind of an okay fight. There's another unskippable cutscene here, and then I get to end this segment. There's also a free healing item that I'm going to grab as well. It's a toughness double Z. All it does is heal my health. I basically grab it just in case I need it, and you don't lose any time for grabbing it. It's just right here, so you may as well just pick it up on the way. You'd have to go out your way for it. There's a couple of items that you can go out of your way for in this run, but I don't need to grab them unless I'm running low on my bento boxes. Alright, so this is another fight with Samaya. And of course, because it's a Yakuza game, someone had to be shirtless. Every time. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to go 2 hits with my sofa here. Get knocked out of it like exactly as planned. I wanted to use the heat move with it. Need to get 2 hits with that. I now need to use the heat move with the body plant. So one of the odd quirk of the controls that I didn't mean to do that. One of the odd little quirks that I've been doing with the controls, basically by holding LT, it actually kind of disables the heat move, even when you have the heat bars. So you can do that, and you can always maintain your high heat for your longer extreme heats while also getting out all your heavies that you need. Something that I didn't know when I was playing this game, that holding like any of the Yakuza games, that holding LT could do that. Basically, it's like the camera lock feature. Just stops heat moves from having a prompt. Alright, cool. That's the end of that chapter. Alright, cool. So, now we get to go back to Kamurocho again for a couple of chapters, which is nice. So, after some discussion, they're basically gonna go see if who they think is the dad of the baby is in Kamurocho. I can't for the life of me remember his name though, but apparently it's one of their childhood friends, basically. I'm gonna take a taxi to where I live. And I live literally a 20-second run from here. Laziness to the extreme. Alright, cool. Get in the house, please. Thank you. Alright, cool. Alright, I've got to do another menu here. 7 boost, yeah, cool. I've got the menu in my head now. Sorry, there's a lot to remember in these runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's boosting action number 2 and that one. Sorry, there's a lot to remember in these runs, and getting one tiny error in any of your route in a Yakuza game can lose you multiple minutes trying to fix it. Oh, the game always lags there as well. Is there a fight spawn at the end there? There is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to that, and that despawns them, so they don't get in my way. I'll walk down here into the cafe that we said we were going to go to. Alright, cool. So, in other Yakuza games, Stardust is owned by a guy called Kazuki, and in this game it's not run by him because it got brought out by a Korean mafia group called the Jingweon Mafia? I can't say it sometimes. I'm really bad at some of these names, in all honesty. But basically it's brought out by one of the Korean mafia groups and is being run by quite a high up member of one of those. He looks like Virgil from Devil May Cry. You're about to see him. There he is, my boy Asian Virgil. So yeah, it's run by that guy now, and Kazuki kind of just isn't there anymore. So bit sad for my boy there. Kiryu basically goes, "Oh, I have friends there," and then you try to go in, and they go, "Who the hell are you?" And then, yeah, you find out that it's not run by the same dudes anymore. Right, so I'm going to go over here, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to grab me a CC Lemon because I need it for... There's a force fight that comes up here. God, force fight. KH talk is infecting me again now. Right, so I'm going to drink my CC Lemon there, right as the fight activates. And this entire fight is I'm going to grab some guys, and I haven't done this move yet. But if you're holding a guy, you can press circle again, and you do the... I call it the circle throw because you hold circle, because you press the circle to do it. But basically, you can throw guys using the circle, using this. And you just kind of go around, and you eat some guys. And that's the last guy. That was a very good fight. That was a very good fight. Alright, cool. So now we get to go to another boss fight. So this is also another really short chapter because this is the last fight of this chapter. So we're gonna go fight Asian Virgil, or his actual name is Junji Han. That's it, Han. And we're basically gonna get flung into a wrestling arena with him, and we're just gonna extreme heat and go ham on him because. Basically, this fight can only end when the mid-fight cutscene has played, like most fights. It's basically kind of like, I'm not going to call it a load, but basically it's like the trigger that activates most fights' heat mode, or second phases. So I'm going to go into that, I'm going to start punching him. Hopefully I get the right one. Oh, I got the wrong one. So now I need to just kind of play around with this guy until he decides to do his mid-fight. There we go, mid-fight. Gives us a little grin for the camera. Then goes into heat phase, and I can just one-punch him now. There he is. Alright, cool. So I've got to do a bit of movement and then the chapter ends. So basically he gives us information on where the guy we're looking for was last seen because he used to work as a host for this club. Because Stardust is a host club, basically. No, it's not a host club, but he was a host at the club. Sorry, I'm getting my words all mixed up. A host club's something completely different in Japan. Oh my god. You don't go to one in this game. But if you don't know what a host club is in Japan, basically it's a club where you go and you have drinks, and you basically can request a female or male, depending on where you go, and they sit and have drinks with you and basically get you to buy more expensive drinks and stuff by chatting with you and flirting with you and stuff. That's actually one of the main side modes in some of the other games, the Cabaret Club. Or yeah, it's either a Cabaret Club or a host club. But yeah, basically he was one of the guys that worked at Stardust, and the last place that Junji Han had seen him is in this building over here, so we're going to go over here and see if we can find him. So, but unfortunately, when they walk into the building, they find that he has been murdered, so that's a bit sad. So that lead on who they thought the dad was is now they either found him and he's dead, or it's just a dead lead altogether. So they treat it as if it's just a dead lead and they need to find another one. So we're going to spend another chapter in Kamurocho going around and doing some other stuff. Then we've got another chapter after that a bit, but yeah. So the start of the chapter is basically we report to the police. We say hi to our friend Date here, and I need to go take a taxi back to Serena, because that's where you go when anything major happens. And is there a fight spawn there? Oh, there it is. I always get a fight spawn here because I'm really unlucky. Oh, okay, he has a gun. Thank you, game. I'm gonna go kick that guy so he goes away. Don't you dare use that, Kiryu. Thank you. God, usually I pick up the sign and just one-shot everyone, but... Oh, yeah, 50k, which I don't even need. Hell yes. Usually I just pick up the sign and one-shot everyone, but the gun guy was like, nah, that ain't flying today, guys. That ain't flying. Alright, so I take the taxi to Mid-Tenkaichi Street. Cool, and then you spawn literally right by where Serena is. Alright, cool. So now this cutscene tells us that the guys that we were doing the RTS stuff with before is there's a fight spawn there. Is now also in Kamurocho. There are different missions that you can do in both Kamurocho and Onomichi. So oh god, that guy did not go into the building. I nearly got caught in a fight spawn there. Right, cool. So now I need to go pick up a CC Lemon from the blue vending machine because... Oh, I have fight aggro still. Oh, I was like, am I running into another fight? Right, so another cool quirk of having fight spawn aggro on you. So in the Dragon Engine games, and this also is the same in 0 and Kiwami, the remake of 1, when you have one enemy's fight aggro on you, you can't get another one on you. In other Yakuza games, like Yakuza 3, 4, and 5, they don't care. You can have like 5 people chasing you all at once. And the game just goes, I don't care what you're doing. You can have like 7 people all like on you trying to get a fight with you. Luckily in Yakuza 3 and 4, if you get into a fight when you have multiple people following you, you only get one fight. But in Yakuza 5, there are some street corners. I've not experienced it myself because I haven't played 5 too much outside of just beating the story. From what I've heard from other runners of the game, you can get into, like, there are some street corners where, like, 6 fight spawns will appear, like, 5 or 6. And when you get one of them, you get all of them. And I'm just like, that is just horrible. Like, that just sounds horrible. Oh, yeah, cool. So, these guys are all from the Syo Triad, and they want to try and kill me. So, I'm just going to go over here, grab this metal plate, walk back over to them, and just take them all out. Alright, cool. Let's get back out soon. Alright, so now I'm technically waiting on a phone call from Akiyama, but the wait's very, very short. It's like, by the time, like, you don't even get halfway to where you need to go before, like, the phone call actually occurs. So I'm going to go up to above ground here, come out in this hotel's, like, foyer. I'm going to run down the street, and he phones you when you get just about to where the car is. Alright, cool. And then he tells us to go meet us in a hotel. No, that he wants to meet us in a hotel. God, my words tonight are just all over the place. Alright, cool. Right. Sometimes, yep, there is a fight spawn there. Luckily, if this one gets aggroed onto me, the next part is an area trigger, so they will despawn. And they didn't get aggroed onto me anyway. So during that cutscene, Kiryu, kind of being smart for once, goes, "I think I'm being followed," and decides to go to a kind of a secluded area to see if he can catch out who's following him. Because the Sayo Triad is still looking for Akiyama, so Akiyama's still on the run from them like he was in Chapter 1. So, he's still on the run from them. That's why he's dressed as like a homeless person for a lot of this game, because he's on the run from the Sayo Triad, but basically hiding under their noses the entire time. Very cool. Go up here, grab me a bike, get those guys. Oh, why did he do that, dude? I'm gonna have to do this now. Oh, just, please, just... Thank you, just don't exist, please. Thank you. There we go. Right. After you beat up the guys who've been following you, get caught on their unconscious bodies as well. So, the game tries to... the game also shows you this sub-story as well. You don't have to do it either. Basically, this is a side mode where you can do some mini-games for training, and it gives you, like, EXP and stuff. You can also buy some items from here that give you EXP, but you don't need to do anything with it during the run. You can just go, I don't want to become a member. And you can just leave. Alright, cool. So now we get to go into the hotel. So Akiyama's on the 6th floor of this hotel in one of the really, really fancy rooms. We go in, have a conversation with him, and then we walk out again. Because he tells us we're going to go raid the Sayo Triad's area of Kamurocho, which is Little Asia. Very cool, so we're going here. We're going to do Serena. That lag there was really weird. So there are two ways that you can do this. Because I'm on a PS4 Pro with an SSD, it is slightly faster for me to run up here and grab the taxi back to Serena. I believe on other hardware it's slightly faster just run back. It's slightly faster for me to just taxi by a couple of seconds. Right, cool. So we're coming up on another long set piece in Little Asia, which I have down in my notes as the infiltrate the Sayo Triad base, basically. So because it's a long segment with walking and other slow parts, using a CC Lemon is not optimal because it runs out too fast. So we're just going to grab this and just down this Shoryu beer. Then taxi's pink straight. Alright, quickly read this much. Alright, cool. Run down here. Oh, okay, random pedestrian. Luckily in this game you don't kind of get caught on pedestrians, you just kind of coast around them, but you do lose a little bit of time from running into pedestrians too much. Alright, cool. So I try to avoid it as much as possible, but sometimes it's unavoidable because you just get so many spawns sometimes that you are bound to run into a couple of them. Right, so the reason why so you're seeing the reason why the Shoryu beer is optimal here, because you have to walk for a majority of this section, and you only need a specific number of hits from the for getting through this part of the this set piece anyway. So we need to follow Akiyama as we sneak in. He's got a nice invisible wall hitbox by him, so you just get caught on it all the time. Alright, cool. Now I can get ahead of him slightly and actually walk on to activate some cutscenes early. Alright, cool. I can't run or sprint during this part either, I just have to walk slowly. Even though I was there before him, Akiyama's still the one that opened the door. Okay, cool. So something that I didn't mention, because it's not something that comes up very often in this game. Sorry. When you, when you're having text on screen that you have to like skip by pressing X, then you can't skip by doing a cutscene skip. The way you skip text in this game is you hold R1 and the X button, and basically it just auto skips all the text. Oh my god! I completely flunked that. Alright, cool. That was so weird. I pressed the circle button, but I was holding L2 too early, so I just like didn't pick it up right. But it's fine. I only wasted one hit of my attacks there. That's not that bad. Alright, cool. So we go into the meat room, the meat layer. So I get to use a charge attack here. That takes out one of them. If you get lucky, it takes out two. It's kind of annoying to get the angle to take two out sometimes, so I'm gonna run back here, pick up my boy, the bin. The bin does everything for me. Run over, walk over here slowly. Oh, thank you for knocking down the wall, my dude. And cool. Alright, cool. So now we get over here to the end of the meat layer. So this is when Akiyama goes, oh, this is going too slow. So now we finally get to some actual running because Akiyama's no longer with us. Alright, cool. Do some running. Alright, so in this room here, there is another toughness that I can pick up there, but I don't need it. I'm gonna run over here to avoid this guy. I actually want the yellow thing. I'll do one hit, one hit, one hit. I'll kick him a couple times. Oh, there's a wall there. Rebel. Alright, cool. We're nearing the end of the set piece now. Alright, cool. So we throw down the ladder for these guys. That's why we were going through this entire building, because there was a ladder up here that we could use to bring these guys up. Alright, cool. So now we're going to go down. We need to find Ed again. Find Ed. He must be somewhere. Yeah, Ed must be somewhere around here. So now I'm just going to grab some chairs, do some swinging. Oh, okay. That was a lovely game. Thank you for sharing that experience with me. Please just get hit again. Oh. Cool, that guy's now down. I can now drop kick this guy. Okay, that did not work the way I wanted it to, but whatever. Alright, this has been kind of a slow segment. I need to go to Ed's room. Just go around here. Cool. We're now talking to Ed. He's like, what do you want? And Kira's like, I'm here to ask you something stupid. Then he goes, nah, and just attacks us with a knife. So, my notes for this fight literally say, grab chairs and go ham, so that's what I'm going to do. So, you hit him twice, he goes into this QTE, and then he drops down to the floor. One thing which you have to be wary of, the chair that I'm holding and still holding doesn't actually spawn in for a couple of seconds. So, you can still swing it as if you got a two-handed weapon, but there's no hitbox there because it's still invisible. So, I need to delay for a second and then swing. Then I can grab another chair. So he goes to his heat face now, and he tries to grab you. Come here, Ed. Thank you. Cool. He's now in his last phase now. So during his last phase, a bunch of guys come out, but our boys have got our back, and they come to help. Cool, so Ed's still here. I forgot you could block with the chairs. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm pretty happy that happened. Getting ping-bonged. Getting pinballed, sorry. Oh my god. That guy's down, and now I can drop kick this guy. Please just... Thank you. Nice ragdoll there. So that's something else that the Dragon Ninja can do. Every enemy, when you beat them, ragdolls. Some bosses later, some one-on-one bosses can get some really hilarious bounces when you beat them. Alright, cool. We just got some cutscene skip here then. It's the end of this chapter. Cool. End of that chapter. So, coming into chapter 8. So, chapter 8, you've been asked to go to the Shangri-La Hotel, which is, if you've played a lot of the Yakuza games, it's actually in a lot of those, and you go to it in a couple of them. But in this game, it's kind of a oh my god, please just... That's not a skippable cutscene, what was I thinking? But in this game, it's kind of just abandoned, so it's just kind of a wreck. But it's where Bigelow decides to go when we ask to meet him. So we're going to go to Shangri-La. Oh my god, I can't even control Kiryu right now. Kiryu, please just get around. Right, I need to go grab me a CC Lemon. Need to down it on the way. So I try and actually, again, I delay finishing this drink until I'm right in front of the taxi because I need the attack buff for as long as possible. Bugger, I went to the wrong place. That's really annoying. Okay, I wasn't thinking there. Oh my god. I needed to go down one, not up one. Oh, I'm going the wrong way now. Oh my god, that's really annoying, that is. Luckily there's just a taxi right here. It just means I'm going to be low on my attack buff in a minute. Oh no, I'm just going to down... I'll just down another CC Lemon to fix my mistake. I just down another one just to make sure I'm at full. That was a really silly mistake to make. Just down another one there. My money situation is more than fine because of one of the fight spawns I had earlier giving me 50k. So the place I needed to go was actually here. That's like a 25 to 30 second mistake right there. Shoutouts to mistakes in Yakuza games costing you like a million years. Right, cool. So this is another long set piece. So this game, this part of the run really starts throwing just set piece after set piece after set piece at you. There's a lot of them going forward throughout the rest of. Oh my god, there is a lot of them from here till the end of the run now, which is kind of nice actually. It's really nice because a lot of this run is just cutscene skips and fights. So something funny, you can break your hammer on the light bulb if you're not careful. If they collide with each other at like the right angle, it just actually decimates your hammer. And it's really depressing when you need to go back and grab another hammer because the light bulb said no. Oh yeah, this guy's called Hangman, by the way. He's in a later game in the same universe as this called Judgment as well. So we say hi to him here. This bit here, he likes to throw rocks at. He throws rocks at up at us. You get hit here normally like 2 to 3 times on most of the 2 to 4 times on most of the bars that you have to go on. So I'm gonna grab my hammer. Please, just thank you. Alright, cool. So this guy just starts going ham with these rocks. I'll get hit by another one here, then he'll have a rest, and I shouldn't get hit by another one. Oh, that was lucky. But regardless of what happens, he decides to grab some air anyway. So we have to go down and fight him anyway. Did the superhero land, didn't I? The Yakuza classic. Alright, cool. So I'm going to go down here, grab this thing. Whack him once with the barrel. Whack him twice with the barrel. And I'm spamming down on the D-pad this entire time. Basically, down on the D-pad puts you back to your fifths. Basically, I'm trying to drop the barrel at the earliest possible point. And then trying to start moving as fast as I can. Because when you're holding a two-handed weapon, you kind of go a bit slowly. You go slower. Oh my god, please get around the body. Alright, cool. Oh, okay, thanks, Kiryu, for going the wrong way. That was kind of slow. Grab that hammer, though. Alright, cool. Oh, the double hit, though. Alright. Oh, something funny, right? When you get on a ladder, your hammer just disintegrates in your hands as you get onto the ladder. It's pretty funny. Alright, so we can't... right, so in this room here that I'm coming up on, there are 3 enemies. I'm going to grab a barrel, actually, because a barrel counts as a heavy weapon for this, so you can actually use it to destroy the barriers, much like the hammers. So I pick up a barrel there to take out the guys, but then also to use it to destroy the barrier to get through. Okay, cool. Head bops on the light bulb there. Just a little detail. Alright, cool. So I'm going to grab a hammer here, because there's a wall I've got to break down. Come in here. Smack back. Oh, the double hit. Kick that guy. I've never got a double hit there. A double hit on that attack. Oh no, my hammer fell all the way down to the ground. All the way down there. Rest in peace, hammer. Alright, so there's a room here full of people. This room sucks because of that reason right there. Because that guy is a lovely person to deal with. If I'm going to put it in nice terms. Right. If you have a really godlike set of fights here, you actually can get to the next enemy that pops up, which is Hangman again, with at least a sliver of your attack buff still. I didn't get that here, unfortunately. But if you do, you can grab a hammer, and a hammer heavy attack actually one-shots this guy from full health. So, with the attack buff on, I'm literally about to run out of it now, so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, cool, I need to do that. I need to go. Oh, then Oh, please, just hit him. Oh, good, Samaya got him. Samaya had him for me. Thank you, Samaya. NPC characters can both do good and do bad. I've kind of been having bad RNG with him recently, but, you know, Samaya had me that time. He's like, I got you today, bro. Right, cool. Alright. Now we've got another fight with Samaya now because we find out his true reason for coming with us is to shoot Mr. Big Low. And we're like, no, we need to talk to him more. And he's like, no, I want to kill him. So we take off our shirt and then beat him up with the table. Because, you know, as you do when you are part of the Yakuza, you beat people up with the tables. So I hit him 3 times with the table, it puts him into second phase. And now I need to be careful here because I don't want to pick up any items. I'm going to go into extreme heat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay, I guess I messed up there. I'm going to need to pick up a different weapon now to do this. 2, 3, 4. 1. Cool, I need a... Oh, please get off me. Quickly heal up for a second there. Just kick him in the stomach. He wasn't going well there. So what you're meant to do there is you're meant to do 2 kick finishers of extreme heat, but I pressed square 1 too many times while trying to count out my hits, so I went into the punch one. It's very, very, very easy to do that. So I'm trying to time my inputs for that. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Right, cool. That's the end of that chapter. Another short one. This game kind of just like... Beginning game's kind of slow on chapters. Mid-game just goes chapter, 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 chapter. Then, like, the final half an hour of the run is like 2 chapters. Half an hour, more like 40 minutes or so, is like 2 separate chapters, and that's it. So, here in this chapter, we're going to go back to New Serena. We've basically gone, right, we've exhausted all our options here in Kamurocho, so we're going to go back to Onomichi and see if Hirose has anything for us. Go back here. We go into New Serena. Just like every good Yakuza game, you end up back in you end up back in Serena every 5 minutes. Alright, cool. Now we're going to go back to Onomichi now. We've got some cool guys driving in a second here. You'll see some cool drifting. Why did I just vault over the bike? Just talk to the vending machine. Kiryu, just... Okay. Controls, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, game, for cooperating. Alright, cool. So, we got some cool cars coming up now. They're going to drift around the corner in a second here. Kick that guy. I'm going to grab this guy. Okay, I'm going to grab this guy instead then. So I can throw him. Kick that guy. Kick that guy. Those guys should have those. There's the drifters. There he is. There's... there are the lads in their car. Nice, a double kill. Nice, and another double kill. That's actually kind of hard to get that double there. Right, so more drifters come around the corner here. So, the strat that I do here, I believe some of the other runners do a different strat here, but the strat that I do here is I go over here, grab a bike, delay a tiny bit, and then just swing it. Like that. And by the time all 3 hits are gone, it's broken apart, so I can run away. Right, here come more drifters. Kiryu's just going to stare down a car and dodge at the last second, because, you know, that's just the type of bloke that he is. Diligent till the end in the face of imminent danger. Also, it's Kiryu, so he literally just can't die. Alright, so... Grab me a bench. Benches in this are actually kind of broken. So benches have 3 hits before they have to be dropped. But But when you, oh my god, but when you use a bench, you actually, after 3 hits, it becomes a broken bench, which has another 3 hits. So when you pick up a bench, it means you have 6 hits of a heavy weapon. So we actually use that in a boss fight coming up, where we try and use all 6 hits to just kind of go through all of his health. Right. There can actually be a fight spawn around this corner, and it can be really annoying because it's unavoidable. Ah, cool. So that route I took, I had to go that way to get here. Every other way is blocked off because of the set piece stuff, the fight stuff. I'll run around these guys and go back to the door. Right, cool. Alright. So now we're going to have some discussion about what to do or where to find Hirose. Because that's what needs to happen right now. Kirimi's contemplating life. I don't remember the exact dialogue that happens here, but the whole job is right now is we need to find Hirose. So I'm going to talk to Yuta there, and basically I need to wait till the end of his dialogue before I can leave the building. So if you have anything to say on your side there, Mr. Host, please feel free to go ahead.
Well, I sure am, Mr. Host. Let me check. I do not have any donations, sadly. If anyone could change that, please. It's going to a good cause. Besides that, I can tell you something about the marathon or read you a random unique animal fact. Your choice.
I'll go with the animal fact.
Animal fact it is. Let's see. Kangaroos can't fart.
Nice.
It's possible to hypnotize a frog by placing it on its back and gently stroking its stomach.
That's also very, very cool as well.
Slugs, you know, snails without a little house,
Yeah.
can have 4 noses.
Yep.
A normal snail can sleep for 3 years straight. And all I have to say to that is
I wish I
amateur.
could do that. Yeah. Like amateur. Oh, you can't see that cutscene of him trying to open the door. Alright, cool.
If I have some more time, there is something I would like to plug real quick.
Feel free to go ahead. I'm just gonna yeet some guys.
Yeet away, my yeeter. For the upcoming run, let me check if I'm saying that correctly. Yes, the run after this, we've got Disney Pixar Brave. So a video game adaptation of the movie, I assume. It has a donation incentive for the costume. The costumes we can pick out of is the Royal Gown or the Guard Mail. They are both at €0 as of right now, so if you want to snipe one, go ahead. I can keep going for as long as you need me to.
Nah, it's fine. I can talk again now. I was just letting you go ahead. I was like, yo, he's reading, dude. I'm basically just running around till I get to the next boss right here. Basically, I'm going around and seeing if I can find the patriarch of the Hirose family, Toru Hirose himself. And by going to this random road here, I ran out of stamina because I wasn't paying attention. So around this corner here, I get shoved into a boss fight where it can either go really well or I can just cry inside because it doesn't work. Alright, cool. Right, so this next fight is with a guy called Kanji Koshimizu. Koshimizu, that's his name. Oh, just skip the thing, please. Right, cool. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a dash attack on him. I'm going to go for a dash attack, then I'm going to grab a bike. This strat's kind of inconsistent, so hopefully it works out. Basically, because the area where the bike is, it can break really easily. Nice. See that? Ah, cool. I actually got... The strat actually worked for once. So basically, during this part, you want to dash attack, do 2 hits with the bike, wait for the QTE to come out, because he can only be defeated when his QTE's been done, and then you can just smack him with the bike to end the fight. That was a very, very good segment. That's the end of that chapter. As I said, this part of the game just throws chapters and chapters and chapters at you. It's starts to slow down a little bit now because we've only got 4 chapters left. Alright, cool. So this is where we find out who the dad of the baby is. And then we find out and everything goes, oh no, we can't believe you've done this to us. So it's going to be a bit obvious because most of the story events now involve them going forward, but the father of the child is Yuta. And we have a bunch of story stuff with him coming up, so I just have to swing a bench for a second here. That was actually a pretty good fight. Usually the bench breaks, so breaks on the second set of hits. So the fact I did it with 1 hit left is actually very good. Oh yeah, here's Jun Jihan again. Back to try and punch me, but I'm not going to punch him. I'm going to go here, grab me a bench, and just attack him with the bench. Cool. I'm going to have to pick up the other bench. If you get good luck here and he doesn't block after the second or third hit, you can actually just do this with... Oh, okay. I guess he's going to go for the stun. That's fine. I have another bench here. I can just hit him with the other one. So ideally you just do this with 1 bench, not 2. It's kind of decently bad fight if he makes you pick up the second one. Cool. I've got another menu here in a second here. So I'm going to go run down these stairs. There's another cutscene where you just like, oh my god, they've taken the baby. And we have to go save our boy. And do a quick menu here. Then boost my attack to 180. Because when our attack gets to 180, we unlock relenting blows. Then I need to grab enhanced counter. Then I need to grab that. Basically, enhanced counter, I believe, just gives us more damage when we get a counter hit. I don't remember the exact effects off the top of my head. I'm just not with it right now. Oh, I'm just going through the motions. Right, so relenting blows basically means that we recover faster if an enemy blocks our attack. Oh, I believe I'm gonna have to fight these guys. Oh, I am gonna fight them because the trigger rate, man. Yeah, so it's not an area trigger for this one. You actually have to interact with the door. So if you get a fight spawn there, you actually have to fight those guys, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. You just have to deal with it sometimes. Because the trigger to get through here is opening the door. Nagamo gets very upset at the prospect of Haruto missing, and he's straight on the phone to Ino like, buddy, we need your boat. And Ino's like, I bet I got you boys. I thought I got into a fight there, I was really worried. Right, I need that. Now to down me my drink. Alright, cool. So this is another set piece where we are on the shipyard docking segment thing here. And it's just full of Jingweon Mafia guys. Well, you can't skip that cutscene. What am I thinking? Alright, cool. Take Haruto back. Grab me a barrel here. Start going ham with the barrels. I'm going to try and get to the middle of these guys and take out as many as I can. With as little hits to the barrels as possible. That goes down, and this is the last guy, which means I can just do that. Right, so these metal sheets take 2, 3, 4, it's 5 hits. Just had to count out before I said something dumb. I was going to say 4, but I was like, no, that's not right, it takes 5. And then I was like, no, I'll confirm by hitting it myself. Some more guys spawn here. Okay, that worked out like I wanted to, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, cool. I'm counting out the hits there to make sure I don't do the extra one and lose time. Something I'm going to try here is you can actually get a fast fall if you... I didn't get it. But if you dodge right as you fall off that ledge, you can actually get a fast fall animation. Where you, well, you obviously just fall faster. But you fall kind of straight down, rather than kind of falling arcing down like I did. It saves like a second or two, because you recover slightly faster from that fall than you do from the bigger fall. You don't take any damage from doing either, but it's just a little time saver that you can attempt to go for every time. Right, I've still got my two-handed weapon here, which means I'm going to swing that and body some people with it. I'm going to grab this, swing, swing. Oh, what's up, guys? That guy. Over here, grab that. I didn't mean to do that. I want to eat a couple of them. I was trying to swing and eat my food at the same time, so I didn't waste any time, but it didn't really work out like I wanted to. So I've got a lovely phone call here with Asian Virgil, and then I get to proceed. So basically, he has a conversation, basically saying we want Naruto back, but basically the whole kind of plot at this point is that Yuta is the heir to the Sayo Triad, and basically unless he goes and becomes the head of the Sayo Triad, they're basically going to keep coming after him and his child, because technically there can only be one heir. So, and because Yuta is the quote-unquote pure blood child, if that makes sense, he has to be the one that takes over. That was really weird. Just blow off, please, thank you. So until then, they'll keep coming after both of them. And they basically made the Jingmyeon Mafia do it for them in this case, which is why Junji Han took the kid. If my memory serves me correctly with this story. It gets wild, basically. Oh, thank you for kicking me. That's exactly what I needed. That. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. This is kind of going a bit slow, but whatever. So what I get to do in a second here, actually, is I get to do something really cool. So you saw I used the barrels to blow up some of those other ones earlier. So there's a bunch of guys down here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that there, grab that one, throw that there. Alright, cool. I might have got one of the other guys. I try and throw a second one down there and follow it to basically try and get another kill, but sometimes it doesn't always work. Please lock onto the guy. Please just punch that guy, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get up the ladder, please, Kiryu. So hopefully I will have my attack buff for the end of for this last dude here. I should do. I did have it the other day where he like threw all the barrels down. I didn't have anything to pick up to fight him with. Alright, cool. If everything goes well, he dies in one hit to the barrel. Then I can just drop it and get on with my life. Drop that barrel. Get on with my life. Cool. Right, cool. Gotta fight this guy one last time. And again, I basically have to get him to his mid-fight QTE, get past QTE, and then I can defeat him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run towards him, do this. Do that. Oh, apparently I got a heat move. I guess that works out. It's fine. So whenever you successfully do a QTE, you actually get heat back in most cases, so you can use that to go 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and this should kill him. Cool, that was a very good fight. I didn't mean to get the heat move where I slammed his face into the ground, but whatever, I'll take it. That was still a good fight. Alright, cool. That's the end of that chapter. So we have one more short chapter, and then we get to then the last 2 chapters are kind of long, so we get a couple of long ones to end the run with. Right, so in this chapter we go back to Kamurocho because that's what Yuta wants to do. So we need to go sleep the night in the naval apartment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my usual route of going down here and taxi like 20 seconds to where I live. Because I'm just that lazy. Because you know, what else am I going to do? I ain't walking that. Do enough exercise punching people as it is in these games. Alright, cool. Alright, got taxi, got taxi, got taxi, no got taxi. Right, something that I've also been doing this entire time is I've been going kind of left over here when I don't have Haruto in my hands. Basically there's a sub-story trigger there with a massive hitbox, and it's the baseball sub-story. So the reason why the baseball sub-story is bad is not because the cutscene's long or anything, you can skip the cutscenes. But basically it gives you an extra option in the taxi menu to go do the baseball stuff. And if you accidentally pick the baseball stuff, you lose like 2 minutes trying to get out of it. You lose so much time just trying to not do baseball. Because that's one of the other side modes in this game is a baseball minigame. You basically turn Yakuza into a shonen anime where you play baseball. Cool, we're back in Kamurocho now. And the first place we go is New Serena, because where else would we go other than Serena? Like, that's just a stupid question. Like, where'd you go? You go to Serena. Like, where else do you go? Alright, cool. So my notes here just say Yuta's an idiot. Sort him out, basically. Because Yuta here decides to run off to Little Asia and set fire to everything. Because, you know, that's a smart thing to do, isn't it? That's a very smart thing to do. And the Cyro Triad guys just don't leave. They just kind of stand there and are there when Kiryu runs in to go, we're going to stop you from getting to the top of this building. It's like, dude, your building's on fire. You just need to stop, guys. So, one reason why I don't pick up the CC Lemon from the blue vending machine behind in the alleyway by the stairs is basically because during the cutscenes it despawns. So you have to buy another one anyway. I have tried it, so that's why I picked one up there rather than from the blue vending machine in the back alley. Alright, cool. Guess make our last visit to Little Asia with everything on fire. Oh, and by the way, this is the only phone call in this game that you can skip. I don't know why that's the only one you can skip, but it's the only one that you can skip. Oh, this fight starts with you drop kicking someone. It's beautiful. Oh, look at that, dude. The slow motion drop kick. God, I love the Yakuza games sometimes. Oh my god. And this guy can drop kick. That was a very, very good first fight. Now, there's a bunch of guys that come in here, but there are a bunch of chairs everywhere. And if you remember last time I was in this room, chairs be busted. So I'm gonna grab some chairs, do some the trades. Oh my god, I love it when this game just does stuff. This game's such a fun speedrun. Sometimes because of just the dumb stuff that it can decide it wants to do. Alright, I'm just going to go through this room and dropkick people, because that's what I need to do. And then Ed comes out of his hidey hole right now. There's our boy Ed. And because I actually have an attack buff this time for Ed, he actually dies in 2 hits. So I'm going to just grab a chair and just hit him twice and he dies. And this time we don't need to fight him again, so I can just do that. He goes into second phase. And I can just swing the chair again, and that ends the segment. Alright, cool. So Yuta is up in the top. So the whole reason why Yuta set this entire building on fire is he was planning to set it all on fire, then just stay in it and perish along with the building. And we're just like, Yuta, what the hell are you doing, you idiot? Like, really? You have a son? Like, are you really gonna do this? So yeah, and the only way we can beat some, and the only way we can talk sense into him is to punch him a few times. But I'm not gonna punch him. I'm basically gonna hit him with an expensive vase. So there's a lovely expensive vase here. I'm going to hit him with it. Hit him again with it. So this QTE here is actually a bar falling from the top. If you fail it, it hits Yuta, but if you pass it, it hits you. It's a little bit faster for it to hit you, if I recall correctly. So I'm going to take this burning wooden bar to my back. And Yuta, when he's going into his heat phase, can't actually be hit for a couple of seconds here. He's invincible. So you need to wait till he just kind of like roars. And then you can hit him. And that ends the fight. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Oh, please, just skip the cutscene. Sometimes you like press start, the game just drops your input. And then you press X, so it continues the cutscene, and everyone's like, oh dude, I haven't seen this bit in a bit. Like, oh, I haven't seen this bit in a hot second. Cool, that's the end of that chapter. Alright, cool. Alright, so chapter 12. Chapter 12 basically is a boss fight, then a really, really, really long set piece part, and then another boss fight. So, alright, so start here. Yuta decides to go to the hospital and be with Haruka because she is now awake again. So he decides to go be with his son and the mother of his son in the hospital while she's in recovery. So I need to go talk to Bigelow here just to sort out some stuff. You need to talk to him like 3 or 4 times, then he asks you to go to the roof, then all that stuff I just said about Yuta just happens, so oh please get up here, Kiryu. Alright, cool. Alright. Lo has more to say. I just love some of like the mission quote things. Like it goes like this is personal now. It goes like proper like 80s like cheese. I love it so much. Right, so because Yuta decides to stay behind, it's only us leaving for Onomichi this time. So instead of having to talk to someone like we had to last time, we just need to go take a taxi, because apparently we can take a taxi to Onomichi. It's very, very cheap and reasonable as well, apparently, in this game. Like, oh. Let me do a very, very long trip for like a few hundred yen. This is like 700 and something yen to go on a lovely, lovely long taxi ride to Onomichi. Oh, you asking that one? Dude, my brain tonight is just not remembering which ones I can and can't skip anymore. I'm just so used to talking and skipping them. Right, just gonna down me a lovely CC Lemon here. Right, so this fight's kind of interesting. So there is a boss here that you need to take out, but you don't want to take him out straight away. You need to grab one of the other guys and use them to basically move on the fight. So I'm gonna grab this guy. Do that. Cool. I also wanted to hit the boss as well to do that amount of damage to him, so he's nearly dead. So the reason why that boss is kind of scary is because he has a gun. You want to try and avoid guys with guns at all times in every Yakuza game, because guns are just horrific to deal with. They knock you out of stuff. In the Dragon Engine, they're not as bad as they are in the Zero, like Zero and Kiwami, where they stun you for like 5 seconds when you're mashing out of the recovery. So I'm gonna wait here for a second. Swing that. Come over here. Swing that. Swing that. Do that. Grab that guy. Swing him. And kick him to end it. Oh, I belly flopped him. And he bounced as well. Lovely. I love... Dude, the ragdoll physics in this engine just destroy me sometimes. Oh, they're so good. Right, cool. So now we need to go to the Hirose family office. I think it's a trigger this time, so hopefully I should be alright. If I have to turn around and fight these guys, I will, but I don't think I need to. I think it's an area trigger. I don't remember off the top of my head. I usually just run at most of this stuff. Nope, I have to fight him. And this game's going to be funny about it now. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate spawns. I've had some very unfortunate spawns in this run. I bet it's going to give me an area trigger now and I'm going to be really frustrated. My game's been loading stuff really... Look, it is an area trigger, exactly like I thought it was, but it hadn't loaded. Oh my god, this game sometimes. My PS4 just hasn't been cooperating with this game sometimes. So I actually need to move over to the right a little bit here because there's an item that you can pick up on the floor if you're not careful. And this takes him straight into QTE. Or he decided to play around for a second here. Please just move on phases, please, buddy boy. Nagumo, please just move your phases on. I'm going to drink this afterwards. Thank you. Oh my god, why did you not move phases? Hate it when that happens. Nagumo, buddy, why you do this to me? I can just dash attack him to finish it. Oh, his head went through the door, dude. Not like this. Alright, cool. So now there's some more fights we've got to go through here. Right, so... Nice, thank you. I'll lose a bit of time to take a drink because I did need one. Alright, cool. So, I'm going to do my last menu here. And because I'm a wimpy boy, I'm going to buff my defense up to over 100 so I don't get 3 shot by stuff, 2 to 3 shot by stuff. Oh, okay, cool. Right. So, this segment here. This segment, I know it as the Secret of Onomichi. So, basically, the entire plot around the stuff in Onomichi, kind of, is all based around this big secret that's being held in this small little, like, town. Because I need some sprint, I'm going to get me boy the sweet, sweet green Dakara. Which is basically a different version of the Poseidon Power. Because we need that much sprint to get through this section. The level 3 sprint is not enough. Right, so I need to go around and take pictures of 9 of these poem stones. And basically it gives us a code that lets us know where the Secret of Onomichi is actually located. And basically once we know where it is, we have to go find it. So... that's what this entire section of the run is us looking for the secret. Alright, cool. So I need to go up here. I've just kind of memorised where all these stones are and the route that we take. It's quite a long segment, this, so kind of frustrating sometimes. If you miss one tiny thing in this section, it takes you like 3 minutes to recover from what you messed up. Because you just have to run around the entire Bonamici again. It just takes absolutely forever. It's so disheartening when it happens. I've done it like multiple times. I've made a silly mistake and just forgotten one thing. Right, cool. So I activated a sub-story way earlier in the run. We get to say hi to her again. We're never going to talk to her again in this run though, so... Where is she? There she is, time travel girl. That's what the sub-story is about, is she claims that she's travelled back in time. I'm over here. This one. Right. So, another good thing about these stones actually is when you talk to them, it does actually despawn fights around you, much like talking to a person or talking to a vending machine. So, coming up on this next poem stone, basically there can be a fight spawn walking away or towards you. Walking away from me this time. If it's walking towards you, you get a fight. If it's walking away from you, you're safe. So, it was walking away from me that time, so I won't get a fight spawn, which is nice. Alright, cool. Now run down here. There's one poem stone here. I've forgotten this one like multiple times before. It's really annoying when you forget like one that's on the way to where you need to go. Right, so there's 2 more that I need to grab. There's one over here. So I go past the bus stop and there's a... How did I get clipped on the car? I have no idea. Right. So there's one here. And the last one is up and around here, by one of the shops. So there can be a fight spawn up around here. I've had in like a really bad location if you're like running straight at it. Oh hi, God taxi. They can be like walking right past the stone, which is right here. And if you run at the stone, you just get into a fight. But if you walk, you're fine. All right, cool. Right then. So now I'm gonna go take me taxi back up the street a little bit. We get to move on with this section. Alright, cool. Oh, I got my travel by taxi early because I messed up. Right, cool. Something cool about this game actually. So there's not many crashes or other things that can happen in this game. It can load some things really weirdly or not load things well. But basically, there's usually always a fight there for me. But basically, if you're in fight aggro, when you get to this next cutscene here, the game can crash. I've not done it personally, but I'd rather not risk it. Like, it's not worth it, so...
Rebel,
So that can happen. Yes?
do I have time for a quick announcement of sorts?
Yes, you do. Feel free to go ahead.
Because we are going to switch hosts right about now. I will not finish this game. I will be changed into Xenoris.
Alright.
So, everyone, thanks for having me. I hope you enjoyed the random animal facts. Remember, kangaroos can't fart. And I will see you all next time. Have a good night. I will go prove those snails that they are indeed amateurs. Goodbye.
Yo, what's up everybody?
Yo, what's up?
How's it going, Rebel?
That's alright. I'm just throwing people around.
Yeah, I've seen that. So yeah, hey, what's up, guys? I'll be the host for the rest of this run and for the next game. So glad to be here. So yeah, how's the run going?
It's going okay actually. As about as well as the Yakuza 6 run can go at dumb o'clock in the morning.
Sounds about right.
Right, so this fight here, I'm just going to pick up my barrels and just go ham like I usually do. please just get hit, thank you. Oh, there's still a guy around here. Just... Alright, cool. Right. Long set piece time. You run faster than all your mates here, so you want to get ahead of them so you don't get caught behind them. Alright, cool. Round up here. So this shipyard is basically where all the codes on all the poem stones led us to. So we're gonna infiltrate this entire complex and find what we came to look for. Because all the answers to all the questions that come up in the game's story are answered by finding the secret of Onomichi. Alright, cool. There's a fight that comes up here, as you can see by all the guys down there. This fight's kind of annoying. You have to kind of just play it by ear. But you want to grab the big dude and you want to throw him. Oh, please just die. Okay. Alright, cool. So something hilarious, right? So you're meant to take the ladders to go down here, like I did that. But if you take this really, really long fall, you take no damage. But if you take the shorter fall, you take damage. I don't know why this game does that, but it's just something this game does. Long falls do no damage, and the short fall does like half your health. It's like really game. Need to go back here. Got to pick those guys. Hopefully some more guys come at you. And oh, okay. Oh, nice. I actually got him. Can you eat him? Get him. Oh, that was a very, very good fight. Alright, cool. I am going to take a quick heal in a second here, just to make sure that I'm fine on HP. I don't know how that guy hit me there. Alright, cool. One around here. So the next part here is kind of scary because there's a bunch of guys with knives, and if you don't really know much about the Yakuza games, knives and swords and stuff like that, and even guns, are unblockable in these games. So yeah, knives be bad. No, we don't want to deal with them. But I want to grab one because I need to use a heat move on a guy a bit later. Oh, please just stop attacking me. Right, so I grab this dagger because I want to use it on some of these guys down here. I'm going to drop down here real quick and go dagger, dagger. Grab that dagger. Oh, so we've got one hit left. Exactly. That's exactly what I need. Quick cutscene here. Alright, cool. Do that to avoid him, and then I do a lovely heat move here. Stab this guy in the belly and kick it in further. Shout out to the fact Kiryu doesn't kill people. TM. Alright, cool. So there is another healing item I'm going to nab up here. It's the Toughness Infinity. It fully restores your health from wherever it is. It's the strongest healing item in the game in terms of just pure HP recovery. It does nothing for your heat bar. I actually have a stand man for that, for a later fight in case I need it. But that item's literally on the way to where we need to go, so why not grab it? Alright, so I'm going to grab this guy and yeet that man. I'm gonna Then I need to go over here, do that. Do that. Cool. That's a very, very good segment. Right then. So this is the fight against Toru Hirose, Mr. Beat Takeshi himself. So I'm going to start this fight by doing a charge attack. And then I'm going to mash out Extreme Heat. Start doing a combo. He's going to block this first one, he blocks it every time. And then I'm actually going to do a second one, and this one goes through. I do that. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to try and hit a dash attack. Like that. So this pushes him into his first set of QTEs. And yeah, so I basically just need to wait around here for his QTEs to happen. There's the first one. So there's 3 in the vault here. I basically just need to stand here and wait for them. If I run backwards here, there's a model of Hirose that's just here. Go Hirose! Right, so what I need to do now is he has one more QTE that I need to see before he can move on. There it is. Now I can just mash attack, and if he doesn't counter me, I win the fight. Cool, perfect fight. Absolutely perfect, every time, consistent. Right, so the secret of Onomichi is a big boat. And if I didn't skip these cutscenes, there's 45 minutes of exposition about a boat. I wish I was joking, but it's 45 minutes of cutscenes about a boat. So, yep. It's my favourite part of the game, because it's just a hot meme that you get all the way through this game, and because they haven't explained anything about the secret of Onomichi till like the last chapter in this one, to the like chapter 10 and through chapter 10 to chapter 12, they're like, oh crap, there's exposition that we haven't done yet, guys. We need to just do it all at once. We'll just get it done. Right, cool. So we're in the finale now. So the finale has one has a force fight, a set piece, and then 3 boss fights, and the run is over. Of course, I need to go to the docks. Samaya would like to talk again. Oh, and I get a nice suit for most of this chapter as well. It's actually quite a nice suit. It's always nice seeing Kiryu don a suit and punch people. What the oh, sorry, I nearly swore quite heavily there. I'm sorry, guys. That was so weird. I stopped myself there. I nearly let one drop. It would have been quite a loud one. Right. When there's this talking in the background, the taxi doesn't work. So you just need to run there. You just need to run back. And then the trigger for the thing is right here. And then we get shoved into a lovely fight. So, much like every single Yakuza game, this game's got some wild stuff in it. Yeah, this guy just walks out of the crowd with a rocket launcher and he's just like, yeah, this is pretty normal here, guys. Every Yakuza game just has stuff like this. Just a rocket launcher out of nowhere. Right, so the strat I do here is I need to do a dropkick on this guy at the front because he's the big boss. Basically, I'm going to try and do it so people don't fly into the bike because I need the bike. Rip my bike. I need to do this slowly now, so... Cool, that was actually kind of okay, the fact, considering I didn't have the bike. Okay, cool. That guy. Punch that guy. Cool. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do the same thing that I did at the start, but this time I'm just going to go past everyone and find the bike. I'm going to drop kick some of these guys just to get their aggro on me. Run up here, grab the bike, and these guys just all literally come to me and take a lovely bike to the face for me. And this last guy is left, and these guys should have killed him, but they did not. Because they were being bad. That's that fight. That was actually an okay fight. That wasn't too bad. Right, cool. So now we're going to go back to Cambrocho again. We finally get to go to the Millennium Tower in this game. Quite a famous location in all the Yakuza games, outside of one of them where it isn't there yet. Alright, cool. So go in here, we're going to sleep, go back to Cambrocho. Dude, we lose the suit for this bit. I get so upset every time I see it. I'm like, just wear the suit. God damn it. Alright, we're gonna go to the hospital and see Haruka. There's a nice little scene between him and Haruka here. They haven't seen each other for this entire game, basically. Okay. Whatever. Right, so I need to go grab my CC Lemon. Oh god. And down it on the way. So this game's point of no return is right here. There's nothing left to do. There's a really cool scene there of them walking down the street, just all in suits, to the Millennium Tower, and they're like, we're going to kick some heads in, guys. Very cool. So, I'm going to grab this dude. We're going to do some... I guess I'm not going to grab that dude, game. I was like, I'll grab this dude. Game goes, how about we don't do that today, guys? That should be the last guy. Right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take out a couple of the big guys and basically try and like give my friends the best chance they can of getting rid of all the other guys, the small fries, while I go down here and take out a couple of the bigger guys. Not together, which is really annoying. No, because they're kind of separate. Oh my guys, my friends are coming, so I can whiff a hit like a dummy. Cool. Kind of slow, but whatever. I can deal with that. Pick up that guy, then I'm gonna go over here. Drop kick those guys. That was very slow, but whatever. This is unskippable. Stand up for a second to reposition myself because my butt is a bit sore. Alright, cool. Alright, so hopefully the strat works here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kick this guy. I'm going to grab his grenade. Guess I'm not going to grab his grenade. I'm going to grab his grenade, lob it at that guy. So what I was trying to do is I was trying to kill both those guys with the grenade, but I accidentally picked up the potted plant, which is a big ripper Rooney. so this room has rocket launcher guys in it. Rocket launcher guys are absolutely abysmal. They have like no chill in this game. Basically, if they choose to and you get hit enough, they can just combo you. Oh, exact. That was just as planned. Kick both those guys. I'm gonna run down here. Oh, okay. They took themselves out. I can respect that. They probably don't want to get kicked by Kiryu, so very good. Right. So this next room here, poor Yuta just gets stabbed in the stomach, and I'm gonna pick up and in response to that guy stabbing him, I'm gonna pick up a table and hit the guy with the table. So pick up this lovely table here and just swing the table at those two guys. I'm actually going to quickly heal up as well, just to make sure I'm fine on HP. I have enough of those left to do another quick heal if I need to. Alright, so I have a couple of healing items just in case I need them. The Standman's actually for a strat in case I need it. I have a backup strat for one of the later bosses that I might need it for.
Let me know when you have a quick moment.
I have a quick moment here. This is unskippable cutscene.
Alright, great timing. Hey, chat, listen, quick reminder to you guys that the upcoming run, Disney Pixar Brave, has a bid war going on, which currently is tied. So anybody in chat can make the outcome of this bid war by just a single euro. We have a costume choice. You can, but like I said, by just a single euro, you can choose between guard mail or the royal gown. So yeah, you got about, let's say 20 minutes, or what do you say, Rebel?
Actually, it's probably more like 7 or 8, maybe.
Okay, then. Then you guys in chat, you heard the man. You have like 6-7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes. 1 single euro can change the bid war. You in chat might be that person. Back to you, Rebel.
Oh, I'm just kicking guys. Alright, gonna go through this door, pick this bin up, gonna... That guy just decided to block me. Right. Okay, I got caught on the stairs there, thanks. Thank you, Dragon Engine. Swing. Okay, thank you, Dragon Engine. Cool. That's fine. Right, so I'm holding guard here just to make sure I don't move, because you can kind of move in your idle animation, and if you get shot by this helicopter, you take way too much damage, so you want to avoid it as much as possible. Right, I'm just waiting for the next fight to spawn now. Cool. There's a guy with a rocket launcher here. There's 3 fights that spawn here. These guys just kind of appear out of nowhere. That's pretty... Oh, okay. I didn't mean to get hit by that. I was trying to go wide to avoid it, but I couldn't avoid it. So I'm just going to do this. I'm actually going to go... Okay, I guess I'm going to not grab the grenade like I wanted to. I'm actually going to grab this grenade, actually. Let's have a fight that spawns there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around, lob this grenade. Very, very good fight. Quick QTE here. Quick reminder that Kiryu doesn't kill anyone. Just quick casual reminder here. Then these 2 dudes spawn and I get to beat them up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here and grab the little stool and just start swinging at them. Just eat my last 2 bento boxes here. Just so I have full health. Oh, please just get on with the thing. Right, cool. So I gotta wait for this to go by now. I can't run in too early because you get hit by the rocket. Actually, there is a little glitch that can happen here. If you do the thing really late, you can actually have 2 helicopters on screen here. It's pretty good. It's like a weird cutscene glitch. Also, another reminder that Kiryu definitely doesn't kill people. That's the face of a man that doesn't kill people. I can't go too fast here. Oh, cool. That trigger there can sometimes not spawn, apparently, if you run it way too fast. And if you have to restart like anything of this segment, you waste like 15 minutes trying to get back. Alright, cool. So, 3 more boss fights. So this is the final time we fight Sumaya. So I'm going to start this fight the same way I did Hirose, where I'm going to do a charge attack into some extreme heat stuff. Smash it out. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to block this first one, because he always does. It's consistent that he always blocks it. You break his guard, and then you can get a free one in. Alright. So, I need to hit a dash attack here. There's one. I need to hit a second one here. And the second one will actually start as QTE. Perfect. Cool. I'm just gonna destroy the bar a little bit while we're here. Just you know, you just gotta do it. I nearly pressed the wrong button there. I forget what happens if you get this QTE wrong, actually. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't got it wrong in a while. Right, so we kick the sword away. And now we go into extreme heat and we're going to finish him off. Run at him. Extreme heat. 1, 2, 3. 1. And this guy's dead. And will he bounce? Oh, there's the bounce I was looking for. There's the ragdoll physics at play. Alright, cool. So that's the last time we fight Sumaya. So we have 2 more boss fights coming up. Go to the roof. Right, we're back in the suit still though, so we're still on suit craze. Right. So this game kind of has 2 points no returns. It's got that first one and this one here, but anyway, I'm going to grab me my CC Lemon, down it there, alright, cool, go around here. Oh, you can't skip the dialogue. Why do I keep thinking you skip dialogue? I'm just not thinking. Right, cool. So, straight into the rematch with Kanji Kojimizu here. The strat that I'm going to do is I'm going to drop kick him and try and shove him through a bunch of enemies. Basically what this will do is this will build up my heat gauge by quite a bit, which will allow me to not only do a heat move to take him to his second phase, but also I'll have enough heat to attack him in his second phase. If that doesn't work out, I use the stand man and lose 5 seconds. So I'm going to have to use Salmon anyway because of that. Because I got the wrong punch one, but it's fine. It doesn't matter too much. I got the start of the trap right, but then the game gave me the wrong extreme heat thing. So what I'm going to do here is he goes into a heat phase and tries to attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Stand Man, use my extreme heat to armor through it, and then I can just punch him. That was so weird. Everything went wrong there, but it's fine. Now the end of the fight occurs. He calls his friend over to do a helicopter punch real quick. And that ends the fight. Cool. So the final fight is with with a guy called Sunio Iwami. And time is at the end of this fight. I will try and call it at the right time. Alright. So after this nice cinematic cutscene of everyone in a big brawl, this man's going to take off his glasses, and we're going to get a nice midair kick between Kiryu and Iwami. There's the glasses coming off. The shirts came off as well. Like peak Yakuza content here. Every game, they just have to take the shirts off. They can't not. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And that pushes him into his QTE. He should be one hit from death after this QTE, and that's when time is. Yep. And time. Oh, I'm going to skip through this because there might be some copyrighted music here. Right, so...
Oh no.
Oh no! Copyrighted music! I can't believe the Yakuza games would do this to us. Right, cool. So, that was Yakuza 6. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Honestly, it's probably what it's... I've only run this game in Yakuza 3 in the Yakuza series, and 6 is a game that I really enjoy. Enjoy running. Just want to give a quick shout out to some of the other guys in the Yakuza community. Frube's the other one that did a lot of this. Another runner called Lily. Tap runs a lot of the other Yakuza games. Yeah, so just cool. Shout outs to them. If you guys want to try this run, there is a set of notes up on the leaderboard on speedrun.com in a Google Doc, which are really well detailed. I use those to make my own notes that I'm using now. So yeah, that's it for me. So yeah, so feel free to cut me off whenever you want to, guys. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Rebel. I'm pretty sure we all enjoyed that Yakuza run. Guys, don't remember Kiryu doesn't. He definitely doesn't kill people, definitely. As we've seen. Yep. Yeah, coming up next is Disney Pixar Brave. Bid War is still going on. Still tight, guys. You have like 5-ish to 10-ish minutes, depending on setup, to get this one deciding €1 donation. And so, come on, guys, make it happen. I will give whoever donates the €1, I'll give you the biggest shout out. So make it happen. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll be right back. So enjoy some music and cheerio.